Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hey all, it's the old captain here, and we have a video request, and if you have a request, doesn't have to be a video or not, you just need advice or guidance. Older brother Cappy here. Unless your mother was particularly hot, then it'd be your father, Clary, Big Daddy C, as I like to say. Don't know why I'm talking with this voice, but I am. Should do a whole fucking request, like the fucking Italian. Hey, how you doing? Abigail writes from Hamanesset, New Massachusetts. Dear Cappy. Hey Captain. Oh, go to assholeconsulting.com and I'll tell you what your fucking parents haven't told you because don't want to hurt your feelings. Well, lie to them. They'll figure it out. Maybe they'll win the lottery and everything will be okay. Hey Captain, I'm the kid who was making $500 a day from an online business when I was 14. I'm 17 now and I've started a couple ventures since, though none have seen similar success. I've been accepted to the University of Utah's honors program with partial scholarship. I'll pay out-of-state tuition the first year around $15K, then in-state for around $8,000K. I'll find out March 10th if I got into Bocconi, one of the best finance economic schools in Europe. I will graduate in 3 years, pay about $10,000 per year, and network with European elite. Sure you will, kid. Right. Yeah, of course you will. Are your parents elite? Because then you will be with the elite. I'm not positive I'll get into Bocconi, though. There is a 5 AP class requirement I couldn't fill thanks to regulatory procedures. School limits need a 3 per year. After school one day, I flew to Milan by myself, snuck into the professor and PhD candidates only office building and waited outside the dean's office unannounced. Dude, you got fucking balls. He was very generous with his time and said he would put me under special consideration. For all intents and purposes, let's assume I'll get in with a major in international economics and finance. No, kid, no. I asked some kids with backpacks on the street if I could go to class with them, and the courses seemed very practical with very little BS. Classes are in English. I'll be a big fish in a small pond as the only American going there full-time right out of high school. I've read a couple books which claim that in order to achieve extraordinary results, one must focus on one single thing. After spending 4 years dividing my attention between school and businesses, I've achieved decent but not extraordinary results with either. You're 17, dude. Fucking Christ. I can't launch current ventures yet because I'm trying to find a bank that'll let me open an account in Delaware in order to keep things consistent with the IRS. That's where I found my business. These ventures are, well, I'm not going to mention it. I'll probably defer a year for Utah and go all in with business, but for Bocconi, I'd have to reapply, so no guarantees I'll get back. Some general questions. Should I go to Utah or Bocconi? Neither. I looked at, one, business and finance and economics are bullshit degrees, and that Utah program is a degree in entrepreneurship. That is the dumbest fucking degree. Seriously, I thought journalism was the dumbest degree. No, entrepreneurship is the dumbest degree. Because you shouldn't have to go to college to get it to become an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs just do it themselves. They say, fuck it, I'm not going to go and spend my money on a college or a program, education and training. I might get education and training, but it's going to be in accounting. I got a business idea, I'm going to go pursue it. The only thing you need to get trained in as an entrepreneur is accounting. That's it. The rest of the shit is online for free, and even accounting's online for free that you can teach yourself. It's all common sense. Alright, and this bullshit, you gotta make your decision. Do you want to suck European cock and kiss European ass to be with the elite over at Bocconi? Never fucking heard of that school. You sure it's really that highly ranked? I doubt it is. Anyway, so you went there. Ballsy move, by the way. Truly the heart of an entrepreneur, I might add. But it's oh shit, where was I going with this? This fucking thing is beeping all the time. The entrepreneur degree is worthless. You're an entrepreneur. Don't spend your money getting a degree to go that's intended for you to go work somewhere. So it doesn't. That's what I was saying. Is it doesn't make sense. You're gonna hobnob with the elite. So what? You want to become a banker in Europe? I thought you wanted to become an entrepreneur, and you're an American here setting up corporations in Delaware before you're even a fucking adult. Before you can buy a pack of smokes. You gotta choose, dude. Which one do you want to do? But I'll tell you this right now. You ain't going to that fucking school in Utah. That's bullshit. Entrepreneurship, you're going to get a bachelor's degree of entrepreneurship. What are you going to do with it? Already you know more than the professors because you've set up a Delaware corporation. Guarantee you. Now, one of those fucking professors has set up a corporation with that Utah program. Right? So you got to make that choice. I can't make that choice for you. But you're going to neither. You find out what your business is, and then if you're going to go to school and you really want to go down this route of entrepreneurship, and you really insist on going to school, okay, go to a local 2-year accredited, cheap as shit college and get your associates in accounting. That's if you want to go to school, okay? Because at least an accounting degree will allow you to be employed in the real world and then will help you in entrepreneurship. But this going overseas and spending money and you're going to be poor and you're going to hobnob, no, you're not. You're not. You're just not. I mean, unless you're spectacularly lucky and spectacularly good looking, and then you'll be miserable working for other people. Should I defer a year and only do business? No, you should defer. You can defer a year, figure out what you want to do. That's much more important. People think you're supposed to know what you're supposed to do for the rest of your life at 17. No, you don't know. So I would, defer a year. Go work. Get some work experience. Maybe take some online classes for free. Figure some shit out before you either go overseas to Italy and get a worthless degree that I'm going to assume is not going to help you at all, or an even more worthless degree at this Utah fucking entrepreneurship degree. Should I try to run my business in college? If you decide to go to college, yes, you should always be trying to run your business. That's the two-pronged approach. You should always be running your business, and your goal with your business is to never answer to some over-fat, obese, gray-haired, balding fuck. That's your goal, is to never have a boss. And that is pure freedom. So you're always aiming for that goal, whether you're in college or not. I want to focus on one single thing and put everything I've got into it, not repeat the last stressful, mediocre 4 years of my life. Yeah, I would do entrepreneurship, dude. That's what I would do. Focus on that, and if that fails, then you can always go to college. That should be your rule. Well, you can always go to college. I want to raise wiener dogs. Well, I'll do it, because you can always go to college. I want to run a whorehouse in Amsterdam. Well, you might as well try it, because you can always go to college. You could always go. College ain't going anywhere. It ain't going to. Barconi's still going to be there. That stupid dipshittery Utah studies in entrepreneurial dipshittery is still going to be there. All their unemployable professors. Is education, international economics and finance, and networking desirable to create a sustainable business, or do you best learn about business by simply doing business? There you fucking go. Is it worth 4 years of your youth and Lord knows how many thousands of dollars to go suck some people's cocks over in Italy? Go fucking do your business. Go to meetings, conferences, meet people, go on the internet, move, hustle, shake. Watch fucking Glendon Cameron's YouTube channel. That Glendon Cameron's YouTube channel is more valuable than a doctorate in entrepreneurship, than any college degree you could get. Go watch his channel. You need hustle. You don't need a fucking degree. How can I stop feeling so guilty when I'm not working on something and actually enjoying my downtime? Oh, that's hard. That's one I got a problem with. It's hard, kid, because you got a good, strong work ethic there. You just have to realize that you put in your 8, and that you're that's what you do. You've done your 8, you've done your time, you put in your 16 sometimes, and now life is not meant to work all the time. You got to relax. You got to give yourself some breather. More importantly, you got to psychologically give yourself a break. You're not supposed to be working all the time. So and this is the pot calling the kettle black because I have a hard time with it, but I force myself, look at me, such a fucking whiny cunt. I force myself to go drive the Apache Trail on my motorcycle. I'm going to force myself to go hike today. But I am. And you just got to throw on the headphones, listen to some podcasts or something else, and you go out and you enjoy life. That's what you got to do. And try not to worry about it. But that's a hard one to get over. How much downtime should I permit myself? Give yourself at least 1 full day off a week. Absolutely. You're going to ruin your health if you don't. That's one thing I ran into. I had high blood pressure. And the doctor was what are you doing with your life? Just drinking and running and lifting. I said, you do all that? Yeah. He's like, okay, your body won't take that for much longer. Sorry we had a little bit of a snafu there because the fucking nerds in Silicon Valley thought it'd be cute to do automatic updates. And I swear to God, I'm going to kill all of you. I'm going to go out to Silicon Valley. It's just going to be glass. And I'm President Clary. It's going to be glass. We're going to nuke the fuck out of it. And our economy will collapse. But you know what? We won't have these just updates that fucking decide, what are you doing? Fuck yeah, we're updating now. So we're going to get back to our client as we were so rudely interrupted by some virginal IT nerds in Microsoft. So, yeah, with your downtime, at least once a day. I'm sorry, 1 day a week, and then give yourself at least 4 hours a day of free time at night. You gotta do that. Just to calm down. What should I do in the meantime? Grades don't really matter much anymore. College app's already in, so I suppose I should focus entirely. Yeah, dude, don't fucking take your GPA. Finish school with a good finish. Jesus Christ. Should I not take on yet another project and just enjoy myself until college starts? Dude, you haven't... Just don't take on any more projects, okay? Just stick with what you got. Correct me if I'm wrong, but learning economics, finance, in Milan might grant me a more enjoyable, prosperous career than might simply running online businesses for the rest of my life. Nope, it won't. You can learn finance and economics by going to the library or watching YouTube videos and seminars. You don't need to go to Milan. My father spends his time putting deals together for international projects as the legal brains behind these ventures. He hasn't made serious money for years, so we're struggling financially now. Point is, I've seen firsthand the jackpot that can be made due to networking with rich elite, networking only available at U.S. Ivy League schools or top European schools like Bocconi. Dude, you better research the fuck out of that school. It better be the top elite if you go there. That is unless I hit it big in so one of my ventures down the road. Kind of like, like Zuckerberg or Gates and Jobs, those guys who dropped out of college. Entrepreneurs don't hang out in college. Correct me if I'm wrong, but... Oh, there we are. Of course, there is no guarantee for anything. If I were to just lay low until entering university, I would get by in school and not focus on a project for some time being. I'd be learning and educating myself as I always do, so it's not completely wasted time. I run this subreddit. I would also travel with friends during my breaks, which would be immensely more fun being locked up in my room working. Yeah, dude, go and enjoy your life. Don't let your grades tank, but go and enjoy your life before you go off to college or you start your entrepreneurial adventure. Because, I hate to say this, you only live once, and you're not... Once school starts, you're technically an adult, and then a bunch of other responsibilities have come by. So yeah, go on your road trips, do that with your bike, but don't take your GPA at school. Don't tank your studies. If you're gonna work on a project, work on your primary entrepreneurial project right now, and see if you can figure out before you go off to college, or it's time to go to college, whether or not that's going to be a feasible entrepreneurial idea. That's entrepreneurship right there. Is trial and error before you figure out something doesn't work. And so at least maybe you can knock one thing out and say, oh, yep, this idea that I thought was going to be great sucked, and I'm not making any money. So that's what I would recommend doing. But seriously, dude, don't go to that fucking Utah entrepreneurship program. Get a degree in accounting. If you must go to college and you want to be in business, get a degree in accounting. And guess what? It's going to be boring work like your dad does, because that's what work is. It's not fun. It's not what your parents told you, or TV, or in movies, or politicians say. Work is boring. It's very, very boring. That's all I got, kid. Best of luck to you. Toodles.